Hi guys, so I'm gonna read you another book. We're gonna read Catie Copley. It doesn't have a cover, but Catie Copley is also one of my favorite books. I believe I was born to do great things. When I was a puppy, I was trained to be a guide dog. I learned to help blind people to get around safely. This was a very important job. Here's Catie Copley. Catie Copley was a real dog at the hotel in Boston.
The Fairmont.
I couldn't wait to start my new life, but first I had to pass my medical test. The doctor told me some bad news. Something is wrong with your eyes, Catie. She said, "You don't see well enough to be a guide dog." Impossible! But it was true. When all the other dogs met their new people, I had to stay with the trainer. She hugged me and patted me. She said, "You will find another job, Catie. One that is just right for you." Oh, look at poor Catie. I am lucky. Soon I got a job at a big, beautiful hotel. Jim takes care of me. He is the concierge. His job is to help all the guests at the hotel. My job is to help Jim. I stay with Jim's family at night and come to work with him every day. He knows how to scratch me behind my ears just right. When he puts on his shiny black uniform, he says we look like two peas in a pod. That's Jim, and that's Catie. Everyone is kind to me. The food is great and my bed is comfy. At first, the lobby seemed so grand and so full of hustle and bustle. There are so many new smells. I was homesick. It was hard to make a new start, but before very long, I came to love my new life at the hotel. Wow, look how big the hotel is. Busy days are the best of all. I take people for walks, visit meetings, and play with the children. I am very proud of my job. Still, I kept hoping to do something really great. My chance finally came one Saturday morning. I lay on my bed smelling sausage. Sausages are my weakness. I heard somebody crying. It was a little girl. "I lost Milo," she sobbed. An old lady patted her on the shoulder. There," said the old lady. Jim and I came up close to the girl. She smelled a little bit like sausages herself. "What's the matter?" asked Jim. "Tess has lost her little bear," said the old lady. "My mama gave him to me," said Tess. "Tess's mama and papa are away on a long trip," said the old lady. "I am Tess's grandma. I'm taking care of her. And now Milo's gone," Tess sobbed. "I don't know where he is." "What does Milo look like?" asked Jim. "He has little red striped socks," sniffled Tess. "He fell into a plate of sausages this morning." "We will do our best to find him," said Jim. He looked right at me. "We?" He wanted me to help him. I jumped up and wagged my tail to take Catie for a walk while we look for Milo, Jim suggested. Handing my leash to Tess, "A walk? But Catie knows where to go," said Jim. Aw, Catie wanted to go help Tess find her teddy bear, Milo. Not go for a walk. I was disappointed, but it was such a beautiful spring day. I cheered up fast. Everyone was in a great mood. The doctor quacked at us all, and all the people waved. Tess and her grandma waved back. The hot pretzels smelled extra good today. Even the pigeons seemed friendly. We strolled down Newbury Street. Everything and everyone is fashionable there, especially those yippy little dogs. Like there's Catie and the little yippy dog that that woman's holding. And that's Tess, and that's Tess's grandma. At the public garden, we walked all the way around the pond. We watched the ducks swim behind the swan boat. I wanted to jump in to visit them, but I was way too well behaved. Tess loved the ducks even more than I did. but she's not as well behaved as I am. She almost fell into the pond. I tugged her back by the shirt just in time. Oh, Tess, said her grandma. When I got back to the hotel, Milo was still missing. There's the pond and the ducks. And there's Tess almost falling in. Tess was so sad. She really loved Milo. Her grandma took her to the oak room for soup and crusty rolls. They would be leaving soon to take a train home. Rest, Catie, said Jim. Rest? That was the last thing I wanted to do. I sniffed the air. I wanted to find that bear. I was supposed to stay near Jim all the time, but when he got busy with guests, I slipped away. I went into the visiting room and looked under every table. At last, I found an important clue. It was a little red stripe. Milo's sized sock. It smelled like sausages. Milo had to have been there. But where was he now? The banquet staff had left the back door open. The scent led me down the corridor. I snuck downstairs to the back of the house, this is where all the hard work in the hotel goes on. That's when he finds the little red sock under the table. I knew Jim would ask everyone in the hotel to look for me. I had to find Milo before they found me. I had to find Milo before Tess left. I sniffed through the workshop. No Milo. I sniffed through the private dining. No Milo. I sniffed through the kitchen. No Milo. There are all the people looking for Catie. And that's the kitchen, the hardware shop. I went into the laundry room. I saw rows after rows of rolling carts. They were loaded with dirty tablecloths, napkins, sheets, and towels. I sniffed everywhere. Finally, I found the smell I was looking for. With a huge leap, I landed inside a cart. I pawed through the mountain of tablecloths, sniffing all the way. And there, right at the bottom, was... Who do you think it was? Milo! There's Milo's sock that Catie had, and that's her going in the bins. I hurried back up to the lobby. I knew Jim would be worried, but I knew he would be proud of me too. I had done something important. I had done something really great. I was really helping somebody. There's Milo. I dropped Milo at Jim's feet. Catie, Copley, Jim scolded. I kept my head down and tried to look ashamed. Jim picked up Milo. He went to the doorway of the oak room. Jim waved to Tess and held up Milo. Tess and her grandma rushed up to us. Milo, said Jess. Catie found her, said Jim. Tess hugged Milo. Tess hugged me. Catie, you're my hero, she cried. I looked up at Jim with a little doggy smile. He smiled back, shaking his head. I could tell he wasn't really mad. He knows I need to help people. Ah, Catie, said Jim. He scratched me behind the ears just right. I can't wait for the next adventure. The end.